It's all about getting everything right. You know what I mean? It's never just easy. It's always easier when you're younger because I was there. I used to do great things when I was young, but
A warning from the fastest man alive has shocked the track world. Usain Bolt isn't staying quiet, and his message is clear. He's talking straight to 17-year-old sprint star Gout Gout. As the hype around the young Aussie explodes, Bolt's words have fans and experts on edge, wondering what the legend sees coming next. Gout has been turning heads and smashing records, with some in Australia already whispering Olympic gold in 2032. But Bolt has just issued a reality check that has fans and experts holding their breath. Talent alone isn't enough, Bolt declared in Tokyo ahead of the upcoming World Championships. It's never just easy. That message cuts through the hype, because while Gout's times are electrifying, Bolt knows better than anyone what it really takes to transform early promise into world domination. Born in Ipswich, Queensland in 2007, Gout Gout has quickly risen from local school meets to the global spotlight. At just 16, he ran 20.04 seconds in the 200 meters, shattering a national record that had stood since 1968. A few months later, he lowered it again to 20.02 at the Ostrava Golden Spike meet in June. And if that wasn't enough, he's clocked two wind-assisted sub-20-second times, 19.84 and 19.98. While not legal due to tailwind thresholds, these runs proved one thing: Gout has the raw speed to compete with the best. He now ranks in the top 7 all-time globally for under-20s in the 200 meters. And remember, he's still in high school. Australian media have already crowned him the future of sprinting. Coaches call him the real deal. Fans are comparing his stride and style to none other than Bolt himself. But is the pressure too much too soon? The comparisons are inevitable. Gout's upright running form, high knee lift, and explosive acceleration are eerily similar to Bolt's legendary style. Gout even acknowledged the parallels in an interview, saying, "Although I do run like Usain Bolt, I do maybe look like him in a couple of ways. I'm just trying to be myself." But Bolt's message was anything but romantic. He's very talented with the times he's running now, Bolt said, but the transition from junior to senior is always tougher. Bolt emphasized that talent, while vital, is only one piece of the puzzle. What matters more is what surrounds it: coaching, focus, mental resilience, and the ability to deal with pressure. It's all about getting everything right, Bolt explained. It's all about if you get the right coach, the right people around you, if you're focused enough. Coming from anyone else, this might have sounded like generic advice. But Bolt isn't just a retired sprinter, he's the gold standard of track success. He set the world ablaze by breaking the 100-meter and 200-meter world records and winning double Olympic gold in Beijing at age 22. And he knows firsthand how brutal the leap to elite competition can be. Bolt himself didn't dominate globally until he was well into his 20s. Before that, he faced his own setbacks, injuries, and growing pains. Gout, meanwhile, is already being thrown into the fire. He's set to debut at the World Championships in Tokyo this week, going head-to-head with the likes of Noah Lyles and Kenny Bednarek in the 200 meters. And that's where Bolt's concern comes in, because for all the praise and records, Gout is still a teenager. Gout Gout isn't just competing, he's also juggling high school, media requests, fan expectations, and a future that some already see mapped out. He's been called the next Bolt, and many predict he'll take gold at the 2032 Brisbane Olympics. But managing that pressure is a whole different race. In the moment, it feels great because everyone wants to be compared to Usain, Gout admitted, but at times it does get a bit overwhelming. Fortunately, Gout has built a strong circle around him. His longtime coach, Di Shepherd, was the first to tell him he could be great. His agent, James Templeton, has shielded him from media exposure for the past 18 months to preserve his normalcy. Even his name has sparked attention. Some say it should be spelled Gout, not Gout, to reflect its South Sudanese origins. But his camp has confirmed it'll remain Gout Gout for now. Gout's next test is the 200 meters at the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. Ranked 16th internationally, he's the youngest in the top tier by nearly 4 years. Most of the field consists of seasoned Olympians. But legendary Aussie commentator Bruce McAvaney isn't ruling him out. It's possible for him to reach the 200-meter final in Tokyo, which would be an extraordinary achievement at his age. Even Usain Bolt couldn't do that. Even if Gout doesn't medal, the world will be watching every stride. Can he keep up with Noah Lyles, who's defending his world title? Can he outrun Bednarek, the two-time Olympic silver medalist? It's a tall order, but Bolt has made it clear this is where we'll find out what Gout's really made of. Bolt's caution isn't criticism, it's mentorship. He sees potential. He's rooting for Gout, but he's also seen too many young stars burn out. That's why his advice is grounded in reality. Surround yourself with the right people, stay humble, train smart, and don't get swept up in the hype. You want athletes to do well. The more athletes do well, the bigger the sport is, Bolt said. And I'm always a supporter of track and field getting bigger and doing bigger things. Gout's response: stay relaxed, stay focused, power through. My top-end speed is my secret, he said. So I've just got to focus on the first 100, the first 50. Once I get out of that bend, I know I can run people down. Born to South Sudanese parents who moved to Australia in 2006, Gout grew up in Ipswich, just an hour outside Brisbane. He was first spotted at a school athletics carnival in 2020. By 12, he was racing at elite school meets. At 13, he joined Shepherd's Squad. And at 16, he signed a sponsorship deal with Adidas. In between, he grabbed silver at the World Junior Championships in Lima, Peru. He raced Lyles in the US and returned home to dominate Australia's open track season. At the Australian Championships, he won the 200 meters, cementing his status as the country's top young sprinter. Now, with Tokyo just days away, the stage is set. Regardless of his result at the Worlds, Gout Gout is just getting started. The road to 2032 is long, and Bolt's warning may be exactly what he needs to stay on course. The challenge isn't just physical, it's mental. The real race is in staying grounded, training smart, and rising without burning out. With the right guidance, Gout could become the face of a new generation of sprinters. But the window is narrow, and the margin for error is thin. One wrong turn, too much pressure, poor coaching, injuries, and the story could change fast. That's why Bolt's message matters. It's not fear, it's foresight. Because if Gout listens, if he adjusts, if he stays the course, then maybe, just maybe, we're witnessing the birth of something truly historic. And who better to hand him the baton than Usain Bolt himself? This 6-year-old kid just qualified for the World Championships by beating some of the fastest runners on Earth. Cooper Lutkenhaus was sitting in 7th place with 200 meters left in the race, and nobody thought he had a chance to win anything. On the 3rd of August 2025, at the USA Track and Field Championships in Eugene, Oregon, this Texas teenager did something that nobody saw coming. Cooper was sitting in 7th place with just 200 meters left in the men's 800-meter final. The race looked over for him. 4 favorites had broken away from the pack, and Cooper seemed too far back to matter.
And we are so excited because you have been on a tear lately, 800-meter specialist. Tell us a little bit what you're going to be doing this weekend.
At Nike Nationals 800 on Saturday, planning to go out there, run as fast as possible.
But then something incredible happened. Instead of giving up, Cooper launched into what can only be described as an impossible kick. He started passing people one by one, catching seasoned professionals who had been running at the elite level for years. In those final 200 meters, Cooper ran past Brandon Miller, an Olympic athlete. He flew by Josh Hoey, the reigning world indoor champion. He even caught Bryce Hoppel, who holds the American record in the 800 meters. When Cooper crossed the finish line in 2nd place, his time read 1:42.27. That's not just fast for a teenager, that's the 4th fastest time ever run by an American and the 6th fastest in the entire world this year. Cooper's reaction said it all. After crossing the line, he put his hands on his head in complete shock. When reporters asked him about it, he could barely find words. I don't know if there's words for it right now, but just made the team? Cooper said, still trying to process what had just happened. I wasn't supposed to make the team. A lot of people didn't think I'd make the finals. So being able to do that is just a special moment. To understand how crazy this performance really was, you need to know the numbers. Cooper's 1:42.27 smashed the previous world record for athletes under 18 years old. The old record was 1:43.37, set by Ethiopia's Mohamed Aman back in 2011. Cooper didn't just break it Pravel, he destroyed it by over a full second, which in the 800 meters is like winning by a football field. But here's what makes this even more incredible. Cooper improved his personal best by more than 3 seconds in one race. 3 seconds might not sound like much, but in elite running, that's enormous. To put it in perspective, Cooper's time would have been the American record just 1 year ago. This wasn't just a good day, this was a performance that rewrote the record books. Cooper comes from a family where running fast is basically in the DNA. His dad George ran the 800 meters in college at the University of North Texas and also competed in cycling at the state level. His mom Tricia was a state qualifier in the 4x400 relay when she was in high school. His older brother Andrew placed 4th at the state meet and won bronze at a national championship before joining Tulsa University's track team. Even his other brother, George Jr., is an athlete, though he chose swimming and competes for Adams State University. Cooper started making records early. Back in 8th grade, he was already winning national championships, taking titles at both the Brooks PR Invitational and Nike Outdoor Nationals. By age 14, he earned a spot in Nike's elite program, which only selects 40 high school athletes across the entire country each year. This program provides mentorship, equipment, and opportunities to compete at the highest level. During his freshman year of high school, Cooper went undefeated in the 800 meters. He won 3 national meets and a Texas state title, running 1:49.84. At the Brooks PR Invitational that year, he set records for freshmen and for the entire state of Texas with a time of 1:47.58. These weren't just good times for a high schooler, they were times that would make college athletes jealous. The 2025 season has been like watching someone level up in real time. In January, Cooper set a new record for high school sophomores with a time of 1:50.15. A month later at the famous Milrose Games in New York City, he competed against college and professional athletes and broke the indoor high school national record with 1:46.86. That broke the previous record by almost a full second. In March, Cooper won Nike Indoor Nationals in a meet record of 1:47.83 and was named the Indoor Athlete of the Year. By May, he had won the Texas State Championship again, this time running 1:47.04 outdoors. He also placed second in the 400 meters with a personal best of 46.30, showing he has speed at multiple distances. Then came June, and Cooper started breaking records that had stood for decades. At the Brooks PR Invitational, he ran 1:46.26, breaking Michael Granville's high school record that had lasted 29 years. Granville himself had predicted Cooper could break his record and believed Cooper had the talent to run 1:44 before graduating high school. 2 weeks later at Nike Outdoor Nationals, Cooper improved again to 1:45.45, but all of those performances were in high school competitions. The USA Championships in late July would be different. This was the big leagues, professional athletes, Olympic medalists, world champions. Cooper would be racing against the fastest 800-meter runners in America, and only the top 3 would make the team for world championships. Cooper's journey through the rounds tells the story of someone who kept surprising people. In the preliminary round, he ran 1:47.14 and finished second in his heat behind Josh Hoey, the world indoor champion. That was fast enough to advance, but nobody expected much more. The semifinals were even more dramatic. Cooper was running well when disaster almost struck. Just after the 400-meter mark, he stumbled and nearly fell. For a moment, it looked like his dream might be over. But Cooper recovered, stayed calm, and ran 1:45.57 to finish second in his heat behind Bryce Hoppel. That automatically qualified him for the final and made him the youngest man ever to reach a USA 800-meter final. The final was where Cooper made history. He went out conservatively, running the first 400 meters in 50.66 seconds. At that pace, he was sitting in 7th place with 200 meters to go. The 4 favorites, Brazier, Hoppel, Hoey, and Miller, had broken away from the field. It looked like Cooper would finish somewhere in the middle of the pack, which would still be incredible for a 1.6-year-old. But Cooper had other plans. He started his kick with 200 meters to go and began moving up. With 120 meters left, he could see all the leaders right in front of him. The crowd at Hayward Field sensed something special was happening and stood up. Cooper described that moment later, saying, "I saw everybody right there. I was like, I feel amazing." The crowd all stood up and it was super electric. I was like, I have a shot now. Cooper's final 100 meters was timed at 12.48 seconds, faster than anyone else in the field. He caught Brandon Miller first, then passed Josh Hoey, the reigning world indoor champion. Next, he flew by Bryce Hoppel, who holds the American record. For a moment, it looked like Cooper might even catch Donovan Brazier, the 2019 world champion who won the race. Cooper finished just behind Brazier, but his 142.27 was fast enough to secure second place and a spot on Team USA. No 6-year-old male has ever won a medal at the World Championships. The youngest male medalist in world's history is American Arion Knighton, who was 18 years and 173 days old when he won bronze in the 200 meters at the 2022 championships. Cooper has a real chance to change that.
So we're away, a clean one now, a really good start across the field, but he's about to launch out of the track here now. Gout Gout gets up on John, moves past John, he can't be stopped, he is incredible, 10.17. The future is here, you just watched it, 10.1.
Gout Gout just said what no one wanted to hear. The fastest teen in Australia has made a move that's shaking the whole world of sprinting. This isn't just about speed, it's about what comes next. Coaches are worried, fans are stunned, and what Gout revealed has sparked the fear everyone hoped would stay quiet. Gout Gout is 17 years old. He is from Australia. He is going to race in the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. Gout will run the 200-meter race. This is his first time at a World Championship. It is also the first time so many people are talking about him at once. Gout is the youngest runner on the Australian team. The big races will happen this September. The heats for the 200 meters are on the 17th of September. The final is on the 19th of September. Gout Gout broke a big record before coming to Tokyo. In June, he ran in a race in Ostrava. It was part of a famous track meet called the Golden Spike. Gout ran 200 meters in 20.02 seconds. That was the fastest ever by someone from Australia and from all of Oceania. He beat the man in second place, Rainier Mena, by 0.17 seconds. Mena is a top sprinter from Cuba. The man in third place was from Britain. His name is Nathaniel Mitchell Blake. He ran 20.60 seconds. That win shocked people, but this was not Gout's first fast run. Earlier, he ran 20.04 seconds at the Australian All-Schools Championships. That made him the fastest under 1.8 runner in the country's history. He also ran 100 meters in 9.99 seconds in Perth. He did it twice, but the wind was too strong, so it did not count as a record. It was still a big deal. People started comparing him to sprinting stars. At a school race in Queensland, he ran 100 meters in 9.94 seconds. It was hand-timed, so not official, but still super fast. Gout was born in December 2007. His family is from South Sudan. He lives in Brisbane now. He shares a room with his brother. In 2024, he won a silver medal in the World U20 Championships in Lima. He ran 200 meters in 20.60 seconds. That same year, he signed a deal with Adidas. News reports say the deal is worth about 6 million Australian dollars. In another big meet, he ran 10.17 seconds in the 100 meters. It was an under 1.8 national record. He also ran 20.04 seconds again in the 200-meter final. In April this year, he ran 19.84 seconds for 200 meters, but the wind was too strong again. The record did not count. Even with all the fast times, some people still didn't believe it. Then Olympic champion Letsile Tebogo said, "He is the next big thing for the continent." At the Ostrava race, Gout said, "I felt stronger in training these last couple of months. Another national record. Pretty happy with that. It's not a bad first up in Europe." His coach, Di Shepherd, has trained him since he was a kid. She is known to be tough. She says Gout can win Olympic gold someday, maybe by 2032. She also says he grew a lot this year. He went from 180 to 183 centimeters. That made her change how they train to keep him safe. Gout's running style has also made people talk. Former Olympian John Stephenson said Gout floats when he runs. He said Gout has strong ankles that help him run faster and stay fast longer. Even with his speed, Gout is only ranked 20th in the world this season in the 200 meters. He trains in Florida sometimes with top sprinters like Noah Lyles, but he still goes to high school in Ipswich. He had to miss school to run in Tokyo. When he runs, people show up. One event in Melbourne sold all its tickets. That had not happened in more than 20 years. Another race in Stowell had double the normal crowd.